Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Sim World 2 video. Now today we're getting ready for Cane Creek, we're getting in the mood of things. We're getting in the Union Pacific mood. Obviously, yeah, it's only a few days now until the Cane Creek route does release, obviously by Skyhook Games, which is their first route into the Train Sim World series. So I thought we'd pop onto Peninsula Corridor, which actually already does have a Union Pacific train in it. Obviously, this is the GP38. It's really smart, doesn't it, in the yellow? But let's get this set up, then we'll get going. Hopefully everyone is well. And yeah, is everyone looking forward to Cane Creek? And I can say I sure am. It's going to be brilliant. Let's get all of them off. Let's get all of these bits and bobs on. There we go. They get the instrument lights on as well. And I think we're pretty much ready to go. Look at that. That is brilliant. We're missing something, aren't we? Oh no, we've been out. But anyway, we're going down to Redwood Junction. There's a side in there. That's where we're heading down to. Yeah, I thought we'd get in the mood. Get in the mood for Cane Creek, which will be coming out on July the 8th. I mean, if you're watching this, it might even be out by now. Maybe you're watching it after. And yeah, obviously the big question was, would the GP38 from the Peninsula Corridor be added onto Cane Creek? And the answer to that is yes. So we'll be able to drive this train on there. Cool. Yeah, so some people sort of say, oh, Union Pacific has never been in the game before. I mean, we're driving one now. It's in the game, just it's sort of it's on the Peninsula Corridor. I think there's around, what, 10 services you can do in it? I think it's about 3 full line runs, and then the rest are switching. And also on the release of this video actually will be July the 4th, I believe. What's the date today? 3rd today. Yeah, July the 4th when this video comes out. So pretty ironic the way we're on an American route. Yeah, it's Independence Day, so hopefully everyone's having a good time over there in the US. Cool. Union Pacific. I know this thing that the badge, yeah, I should call it the badge. It just reminds me of those games. Was it Clash of Clans? I haven't played that in years. This reminds me of all the things, well, no, any sort of game really, where you can sort of make your own badge. It literally looks like, yeah, you could make that in as a badge on just a game. So the default badge design, just the Union Pacific, a few red and white lines. Obviously the red and white symbolises obviously the US. Does look smart. Does look smart. So we've got 3, we've got 540, we've got 522 and 520. And yeah, this is in scenario planner, as in service mode. When the full line was pretty much the whole thing from A to pretty much the end, San Francisco down to San Jose. And then the smaller ones were sort of at night time, and then we wouldn't see anything. So yeah, I thought I'd make my own scenario. Anyway, let's speed up. I don't think we can actually get up to 79. I think the top speed for American freight trains is, I think, 60. Yeah. I'm pretty certain, do correct me if I'm wrong, I swear on the old Train Sim World you could spin the seat around. Or at least in the GP38 on the old Northeast Corridor. I'm pretty certain you could spin the seat around. Let's get the warning devices on. Off we go. The amount of power in this thing. Yeah, but do put in the chat and in the comments who is going to be getting the Cane Creek route. Obviously between. See, I know it, but then I always forget it. Thompson and Potash. Obviously the first route in Utah. Where's Utah? Utah is Utah. That's northwards, isn't it? One of the northern states, I think. I need to look this up. See, I remember at school, I actually used to, well, it was school 2-3 years ago, I used to actually be able to name all of the US states. I probably still can actually. The locations of them. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure Utah is one of the top ones. Utah. US state. Oh, there you go. That's the alarm going off. Utah is... Okay, no, it's not the very top one, but I mean, it's, you know, it's not sort of... Well, I'm opening up the maps. I'm on Google Maps at the moment. Let's have a look. Utah, come on. Takes a while to load. Utah, USA. That is... Oh, Utah is fair. Well, sort of, it's mid. In the middle. Oh, I just thought it was quite far up. Oh, cool. Yeah. The first route in Utah, and also the first Union Pacific only route. Obviously, as I mentioned, Union Pacific has been in the game before, but Cane Creek is going to be, you know, its own route. Dedicated to, obviously, Union Pacific. And also, if you do get Cane Creek, those trains will layer onto the sand patch grade, which I suppose probably does happen in real life. Union Pacific might come over and take a few CSX trains about. Cool. But from my knowledge, I'm pretty sure Union Pacific operate the west coast. Yeah, the west coast are sort of the mid-states. And then it's Burlington, North Santa Fe, which are pretty much the whole Midwest section. And then on the east coast, you've got CSX. Am I right in saying that? And then Norfolk Southern is one of the mid-states. Yeah, because my American railroad knowledge isn't obviously as good as you know, the other countries have in the game, but I'm slowly getting there. When you continuously get comments about horn codes, it slowly does start sinking in. Right, here's San Bruno we're going through. Let's get a bit of that in. There we go. Cool. Yeah, San Bruno was actually recently rebuilt because before, oh, Joe actually did tell me. Obviously Joe Burgess. I'm pretty certain the old San Bruno was pretty much like the other stops you get on this route, and there was lots of level crossings. I suppose it was a traffic hotspot, so be easier. Close down the station, move it up, roads go underneath, no level crossings, no traffic, all good. So yeah, they rebuilt it, and obviously now they actually are electrifying this line. I think it's a fair way through being done now, actually. I think quite a lot of the overhead wire poles are in, so it is getting there. Cool. Yeah, but if you are enjoying the video, do leave a thumbs up. We'll get a flyby shot in a minute going through Millbrae, and it's sort of one of those places where you always stop. It's always weird to pass through it. Lovely. Yeah, I've actually just realised our last video on the Peninsula Corridor was actually only, well, from a couple of days ago now. But yeah, I was just thinking, what could I do for a video? Then I was thinking, oh yes, we've got Union Pacific on the Peninsula Corridor. Cane Creek's coming out soon, so let's, you know, show off what's going to be on Cane Creek. And obviously, when Cane Creek does come out, we will be showing it off at midnight. So just after release, and I'm even thinking about doing a 5-hour live stream on it. So yeah, I do expect to see that on the July the 8th. Proper getting quick now. I'm pretty certain the speed limit for freight trains is 50, but I mean I won't complain getting a little bit faster than being allowed to. Obviously on Sandpatch you can get up to 60, I think. Or was it 50? I don't know. No, but I'm gonna coast it. Yeah, I'll put it into... No, I'll put it into 4 so we can maintain our speed. As it's a fairly longish train, all still fully loaded. And let's get a flyby shot. We are coming up to Millbrae Station now. Let's get ahead. We've got 14 miles to Redwood Junction. Got another service here, a passenger one, which for some reason is only one coach. So it did say that in the scenario design, I was thinking, but I thought it might have been the whole thing. But obviously not. So do ignore that. Look at that going through, brilliant. So it must be almost scary in a way. So, you know, standing on this platform here, obviously the platforms in the US are quite low down, and obviously the big freight trains, you know, whizzing through the station. Like, wow, you have to proper stand back. Hey, that's Millbrae. So yeah, I don't think that train's going to be going anywhere. I did want it to be one of the, you know, ones with consist on it. I think I might have done the wrong one. Oh well, it's all good. The train's still there. Yeah, it's a lovely route to do a bit of freight on this one. I mean, you wouldn't really think of it as a freight route. I mean, literally 99% of the services are passenger, but it is nice to get a little bit of freight on here. As I mean, it's a fairly straightforward route. I think it is pretty much this speed most of the way for freight. Pretty much A to B from the Santa Clara sidings to San Francisco. And yeah, if you do want to get a bit of a bit of training in for Cane Creek, do come onto this route, because yeah, the GP38 is going to be layered on to Cane Creek. Here we go. Lovely, through we go. Look at that, lovely. So I think this is 30 hoppers on this one. So a fairly long train. See, I sort of avoided doing these freight services obviously now we're on the PlayStation 5. I did actually avoid doing them on the PlayStation 4 because there is a few frame rate issues, obviously, when you're doing freight. Because, I mean, 3 GP38s and 30 odd hoppers on the last gen, which the last gen is, yeah, it's not that powerful. But now on the PlayStation 5, it's, you know, obviously 60 FPS the whole way. So you can do freight no issue. So yeah, I have started doing a bit more freight off stream and on stream as well, so on this route. But it's nice, something different on here. Because when I think of this route, I always think passenger, F40, MP36. But yeah, it's nice to do a bit of this. Lovely. Lovely. £10 to Redwood Junction, which I don't think you actually do stop here in service mode. I sort of saw it and I was like, oh, let's have a look. I see, it's this one here. Yeah, I don't think there's actually any service which do stop in here. Oh, we are whizzing along. Coming up on San Mateo, which is round here. As I think San Mateo actually is the headquarters of YouTube there, so I have to go by and give them a wave. Yeah, quite a lot of big companies are actually based in was it the San Joaquin Valley or something like that? Yeah, quite a lot of big companies are based along here. Literally every big company, just look at the address of where the headquarters is. It will be somewhere around here. San Bruno, San Mateo, somewhere like that. Right. For I should really get that on. The thing is, I always thought, you know, these places here were only sort of small. It's almost like a big, long town, but I mean, this is literally part of the main city of San Francisco. Well, at least on the map it looks like it. I always thought, yes, we're sort of, you know, quite far out of San Francisco. But no, it's relatively close. Just a massive city. Oh, look at that. That's a screenshot. It does look brilliant. Cool. Let's get a shot there as well. I don't know, it's just that yellow, it just strikes out, and the red, white, and on it a little bit of grey at the top. It's just a clean, simple livery. I mean, there's not a lot to the livery, is there? I mean, yellow, red line to separate it, and then grey. That's it. But it works. It really does work. And it's going to sound weird, but it sort of does reflect where Union Pacific operate. Yes, obviously, you know, yellow for the sort of really dry. I mean, just think Cane Creek, the colour of the landscape on there. It's yellowy, you know, dry, sort of deserty, sort of. And then, you know, you've got the little sort of barrier, you know, the reds. And then, obviously, they do actually run in the Rockies as well. So you've got the grey for the mountains. I really do like the livery. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to reflect. The grey, yeah, the mountains, and then this being the dry, arid sort of Cane Creek landscape. It's really nice. Now we've got 7.7 miles now to Redwood City. It's been about 15 minutes since we left South San Francisco, so these services aren't that long, which is alright. Yeah, it's very dry and arid. There's not much greenery on this route. You're sort of going through the urban sort of landscape most of the time. Which, does anyone watching actually live around this area? What's it like? Is it, yeah, what is it like? I'm guessing, yeah, very dry, humid, dust flying up everywhere. Got another service here, not really too sure why it's not moving, but yes, that could be the reason why. I'm pretty certain I made it. I thought we started this service at 9, but no, it seems we did start at 8. So all the AI aren't set to start until 9. So brilliant. He's going faster than us. What's he going? No, yes, we're going 50. Really had to slow down. That is why you do not travel by road, people. So on the railway, look, straight over. He had to stop. Cool. Obviously, yeah, Caltrain actually do operate down to Gilroy, which I think is like another 10 miles south of San Jose. But I'm pretty certain if you follow this line, just literally all the way, yeah, all the way south, it actually does take you to sort of LA and all that. Or at least I think. I'm not too good when it comes to US railroads. But yeah, I'm pretty certain the Coast Starlight? It sort of goes so much south on this route that it sort of goes off into the hills over there, and yeah. Like it. Well, we've got 5.8 miles now. It shouldn't take us too long to cover that distance. Well, we've already done, what, 10, 11 miles. Probably another 10 minutes or so. And we have to get another flyby shot. We sort of haven't done one of them in a little while. And obviously, yeah, people do ask me, how am I getting free camera on the PlayStation? Well, what I'm doing is plugging in a keyboard and pressing 8. But yeah, if you do have a keyboard to hand, use it. It unlocks just so much more. Awesome. Cool. 5 miles. Why am I turning that off? I always do that. Whenever I am on a route which I don't actually know hard off, I'll still accidentally go like that to turn it off. One of those habits. Alright, let's put it down. And just coast. We are going downhill, so we should get a bit of speed. Four 4.3. This is Hillsdale Station, I think. Am I right in saying it's Hillsdale? Not too good with the stations on here. Yeah, that's Hillsdale, I think. I was right in saying that. Awesome. And yeah, if you are new to the channel, do leave a subscribe button, do leave a like. It all does help out. Obviously, on our way up to 4K now. Yeah, just coasting along. Ooh, you can put that on there. So on the what's it, on the one on Clintshire, you can't actually put that down. On this one you can. As I was saying, but this is obviously an SD40-2. So yeah, it might be slightly different to the SD40 in terms of features. Yes, there we go. Go that way. Cool. Get back in. See, someone tell me, what is all of this stuff up here? I mean, I always muck around with it by pressing all the buttons and all. What does it do? Auto EOT equipped. Yeah, I'm sure someone here knows what this is. What is this? Obviously, this is the obviously radio, and all. And obviously, you can put the banking com on as well. But what is this all about? Some sort of measurement device, or what is it? Probably want to start slowing down fairly shortly. Starting to get yellows now, as we're almost there. So I don't think we will have a red light, unless that AI is in the way, which would be a little bit unfortunate, but no, it doesn't look like it. Start popping them on. Lovely. It is coming down. Two miles. Oh, that is a lovely sound of the brakes there. Right, I believe this is Redwood City Station, which sort of has this, I don't know, iconic arch, or, I don't know, sort of where the station is. What's that actually say on it? I've never actually read it. Climate best by government test. Lovely. Two yellows. Lovely. And 1.5 miles now, or 1.5 odd miles. Bring that down a tad more. I'm guessing the speed will go down where the points are. Yeah, we've got a 30 coming up. that'll be when we go across the points. Cool. There you go, bring that down a tab more. .1. Got 30 coming up. And yeah, 1 mile we do have red light. I've enjoyed that, you know. That was a nice, well, a nice service or scenario. Obviously coming down from South San Francisco. And yeah, it only takes 25 odd minutes, which is not bad at all. I mean, I know when it's stopping, but obviously this is a freight train, so you can't go as quick. Yeah, not bad at all. And I better check, is there any points? No, none we have to set, that's alright. And obviously, yeah, a little reminder, this GP38, this will be coming onto the Cane Creek route. Obviously on there you're getting the AC 4400 CW, the SD 40-2, obviously in Union Pacific livery. And yeah, this train, if you own Peninsula Corridor, you'll get this one layered onto, or as a substitute, on Cane Creek. Controller operation. See, in the one on Oakville Subdivision, it's actually in French as well. Obviously this one, yeah, is Union Pacific, so it's not going to be in French. But yeah, if you do look at the GP38 on there, it also has the instructions in French. Lovely. What's that? Slightly different horn on this one to the CSX, obviously Canadian National one. Love it. Do we have to go right up to the mark? I mean, we're in the siding now, aren't we? I don't think it would allow if we stopped here, because we're still, what, 600 yards away, which is a fair distance. Gotta get down to there. Come on, train. Are we almost there? Oh, we'll go up to the signal. I don't think it would allow us to stop here. This is so, look at that. Proper powering away there. Awesome. Almost there now. Well, slowly getting there. Slowly but steadily. You have an awkward speedometer location, isn't it? So you're looking here, you keep looking up at it, you'd think it would sort of be here somewhere, or even on here. It's up there. Right, we can stop in a second. Yeah, we literally, it wants us to go literally up to the red light. Or at least just before it. Gotta be nice and careful though, because obviously we haven't braked yet on this. So I don't know how good the brakes are gonna be. So yeah, in a few days you'll be looking out this window here, you'll be going along the river, there'll be the big canyons up above. Can't wait. $100 yards. few action points for that as well, which is always an added bonus. Nice barbecue area there. It's just, I don't know, it's just astonishing to think the amount of work they put into this. I mean, all of the houses are different. Like, they're not all just, you know, copy and paste the houses. They're all different. And obviously, this route's 50 odd miles long. It's pretty much houses the full way along. That's crazy to think. But there we go. That is it for today's video. Obviously, hopefully everyone has enjoyed that. That was the Union Pacific GP38, which will be layering onto, or substituting onto the Cane Creek route. Obviously, that will be released on July the 8th. Obviously, really looking forward to that, and obviously we'll be streaming it when it does come out. But yeah, that is going to be it from me. Obviously, you will find links in the description to the Discord server, to the PayPal, and to the merch store if you do want to help support the channel. But yeah, I'll hopefully all see you in the next one. See you all, and take care. Bye, guys.